Amanda, can you hear me?
Uh, yeah, I can. Yes.
Okay. Can I get your ID number?
Yeah, I'm typing it in the chat right now. Mm.
This for TESL 343.
Yeah.
Am I helping you with the same online discussion assignment?
I posted that discussion post. We're working on the term paper.
Have you started working the term paper yet, or not yet?
I so-called have some parts of it. I'm still like in the beginning stages. I still need to finish it. It's due tomorrow. Like so-called is kind of still in the drafting stage of it.
Yeah. So, okay. You're all signed in.
Mm. Mm. Okay, this is what I have so far. I'm still in the beginning part of the content of the assessment.
So, what can you tell me about this?
Um, I'm supposed planning to do the similar activity as my day 3, where the students will be doing the role playing ish activity. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Do you want me to help you correct what you have so far, or do you want me to help you come up with some ideas so you can develop it? What do you want?
I think it'll be a mix of both. Right now I'm so-called uh have some for it. Yeah.
So, which one do you want to start?
Mm. The how about correcting and then we have see if we come up with more for it.
All right, in that case, let's do it bullet point by bullet.
Okay.
So go ahead and read the first bullet point out loud.
Okay. Use of vocabulary. Students will be using 80% of their vocabulary they learn from the class while speaking to the teacher. The students, the sentence, the sentence the students are saying are understandable and well spoken. The teacher will be interviewing the students.
Pause right
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Just pause right there. One bullet point
Okay.
for that first one. So what do you think of that first
And it seems like the second sentence kind of didn't make sense. A little bit. It didn't make sense.
one? Sentences. Yeah, what do you mean by that? Are you saying that the sentences students are saying supposed to be understandable and well spoken? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say here.
Okay, let's go ahead and rephrase that. Go ahead and type sentences should be understandable and well spoken. Full stop.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Anything else about that first bullet point?
Hmm. Um. Seems like the first sentence may be a little rewording.
It's will be using 80% of their vocabulary to work from yes. So how would you like that to be reworded?
Um.
The reason I'm asking is I'm not sure if it would be sentence.
I meant like so-called kind of similar to that second sentence here a bit. Um. That the students are able to understand the vocabulary words that they learn from the lesson I have here, and then they're using it during the conversation with the teacher. That kind. That's what I was trying to say with that sentence here.
Um,
Yes.
why did you choose 80% of the vocabulary? Is there a reason why?
Mm, not really, but like yeah, we can just take the percentage out if we need to when doing the rewording. So we just set like yeah, yeah. The percentage can be taken out if the rewording would be better without the percentage.
How about if you just reword those things so it's uh, students should use vocabulary learn class. Full stop. You see the second
Oh, the word use.
replace that with
Just, just delete the rest.
right, so it says students should use vocabulary in their class. Sentences should be understood. Well spoken. How does that sound?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, go ahead and read the next bullet.
Okay. The teacher will be interviewing the students about some of the scenarios that they acted out in class that had to do with shopping for clothes. The teacher will ask them questions about the items that they bought during the scenarios and the students' roles as a salesperson, customer, and a note taker.
So what do you think about that bullet?
Uh, uh, it seems like both of the sentences kind of don't make don't make sense in a way a little bit. Um,
Which one do you want to start?
I'll, how about the first one? Do the first one.
Go ahead and highlight it for me.
Yeah. Uh, mm,
Hey, Mandy, can you hang on just for a second?
yeah. Okay.
Mandy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Thanks for waiting. My the Uber delivery guy delivered my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where were we? Evening?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's about okay, okay. Let's see. The teacher will be interviewing students about some of the scenarios that they get out in class that have to feel properly. Let's see if I can type some
Mm-hmm.
chat. So when you mentioned that the teacher will be interviewing students about some of the scenarios they acted out,
Mm-hmm.
is it going to be like an actual interview, or will it just be like a class discussion?
Mm-hmm.
Because the difference between a class discussion and an interview, that an interview is planned ahead,
Mm-hmm.
and there are like specific questions that the teacher will plan ahead to ask the students,
Mm-hmm.
and the teacher uses the same question for every group. It's like standard plan ahead. The discussion is like a little more natural. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like the teacher will just have a sit down maybe and have like an open conversation with the students about their role, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that way the conversation can sort of take on like a natural students sort of talk about their like, way they don't know if it's going to be one or the other.
Um, it will be more of the class discussion one.
Discussion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Students will discuss their shopping goals.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Anything else about that bullet point?
And then the next sentence.
Feel nice. Oh,
Yes. Okay.
okay. I'm gonna send this to you right now. It's a lot more simple.
Oh, okay.
So I reduced it to say we will answer questions about merchandise, and
Okay.
I think it's a
Okay. Okay. Okay.
well, run it back one more time here just to see how
Yeah. Okay.
students will discuss their shopping role plays, answer questions about merchandise, and how it does.
I think it sounds better now.
Uh, let's continue to the next bullet point. Go ahead.
Okay. Sentence writing. Students will be writing sentences with the vocabulary words from the week when they are talking to the teacher about shopping for clothes.
Satisfied with that?
Um, I think I need to reword some of it. Yeah, reword it.
Yeah, that second sentence right there,
Mm-hmm.
that's an incomplete sentence.
Okay, yes.
It
Uh-huh.
says, when they are talking about shop,
Mm-hmm.
so when they are talking teacher about shopping for clothes, or why they are talking. So that sounds like just one sentence
Mm-hmm.
to go before it. But I think if we combine two sentences,
Okay.
oops, yeah, types.
Yes. Okay.
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 It says students write sentences, discuss shopping.
Yeah. Okay.
Sound okay to you?
Yeah. Was there a limit to how many content of assessment for this tape for part 3? Was there like a limit of how many type of assessment for it? Like, or
You're maybe maybe take your screen to
yeah, okay.
turn project 3
Yeah, just wait.
to the section.
Yes. Okay.
I'm still on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
See the term project part 3. So now maybe because there are specific parts that you don't understand. Right, Ruby?
Um. I think it would be like with the next two parts about the assessment part.
Okay. Number 1 right there. There's 2 bullet points.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, let me have a look at the entire number 1 here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll look at all of the bullet points.
Yes.
Just to make sure that you understand.
Okay.
So, document test assessment specifications. Descriptions. Content. By the way,
Yes.
did you watch the video that comes with this?
Yeah.
Because John Armour does a pretty good job, like explaining what each one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wanna go ahead and watch it really quick together right now?
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Should be on this.
Let's see.
Go ahead, click on it. We'll watch it together.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Hello, everybody. I was talking about this term project part 3 with my other assessment class. I realized this would probably be a good time to do a little clarification on what I am looking for in term project part 3. In the memo that I already sent out that the rubrics are part of part 4, so we're going to leave that largely to talk about later. But in this case, we're talking about part 3, which comes in 2 sections. There's this documentation of the test specification, which is kind of a general document, and it is kind of leading you through the planning process to decide what it is
you're going to be assessing and how. And then the second section is actually development of the actual assessment item or items, several different things. So let's talk about first, section 1. Documenting the test specifications is covered in the textbook in chapter 3. If you're using the second edition, which I think most of you are, it's on pages 59 to 60. If you're in the third edition, it's looking at 63 to 64. So, let's take these first two descriptions of the content of the assessment. What are you going to be assessing? And the second one, which kind of blends in with it, is defining the test or the assessment items that you're actually going to be using. This could be methods and question types.
That's the video.
We've already said this is all.
All right, so are you following it so far?
Yeah.
All right, so the first bullet point, number 1,
Mhm.
says descriptions of content of the assessment.
Mm-hmm.
So John Armour said that bullet point means what exactly are you going to assess? Like what's the purpose of the assessment? Or what is it going to measure? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like assessments have specific things that they measure.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, for example, see if I can find there could be a sentence about verbs and seeing the correct tense for a verb in a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you have a sentence that has a blank line where a verb is supposed to go. Sentence says something like this. Says yesterday I blank in a race. So that's the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I blank in a race. So you got a blank line right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I blank in a race. And then underneath it, you have 3 different tenses for the word run. You have the basic tense, which is run or UN.
Mm-hmm.
The present tense, which is ran.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to, so the test taker has to choose the correct tense of
Mm-hmm.
that word because to the blank line. They have to look at the entire structure of the sentence and try to figure out, is this past tense? Is this present tense? Like what? And they should be able to figure it out by looking at the structure of the sentence, because the sentence says, yesterday I blank in a race. Starts with the word yesterday. That gives it away right there.
Mhm.
So if you have a test that has a bunch of questions like that,
Mhm.
and then you can say you can answer John Armour's question for the first bullet point, number one. Say this assessment measures students' verb knowledge.
Mm.
Verb knowledge and their ability to identify what tense of a verb is appropriate.
Mm.
It's got to be specific. Like what are you trying to measure?
Mhm.
What are you trying to test? And you gotta make sure that pick the correct measurement. So you gotta look at the assessment that you created,
Mhm.
the types of questions that you ask, and then you gotta find out what am I measuring? What skill? What type? What part of the English language does this measure? Because you can't say, for example, your assessment is a role play or shopping.
Mhm.
So there's live action role playing discussion where students in each group are customer, employee, note,
Mhm.
decide that the thing that the test is measuring is something completely different, like will be measured on the ability to use contractions while speaking or something. Because
Mhm.
contractions don't really have anything to do.
Mhm.
So that wouldn't be a fair assessment.
Okay.
So
Yes. Mhm.
so you need to make sure that you choose the thing that your assessment focuses.
Okay. Yes.
It's got to make sense. It's got
Okay.
so that's what you choose for the first one. And then for the second one,
Mhm.
it says define the types of assessment items.
Mhm.
So methods and question types. So what kind of questions are you gonna ask your students when you're assessing them? Like are they gonna be yeah,
Okay. Mhm. Yeah.
You don't necessarily.
Mhm. Okay. Yes. Good question.
And then the next bullet point says on the tasks. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna ask you to do Zoom video. That's probably
Okay.
Alternative assessment on here. And we know that it's not going to be just paper and pencil tests. They're going to be doing interviews, group role plays, or group discussions that you're going to be observing. You're probably going to be putting something in here that talks about this thing.
okay. Pause it.
Interview, what kinds of questions?
Okay. Find the types of assessment. Okay. Yeah. So what is it going to be? Is it going to be questions? Discussion. That's
Okay.
Questions you're going to ask. Methods. You're doing observations. What kinds of things you're going to look at. And then take the next step and define the tasks. That's at simple level, high level, define the tasks that will be included in those assessment items. Then, as you've gotten into the chapters on assessing, listening, speaking, reading, and you will be getting writing shortly, you've probably seen the micro and macro skills that are addressed in there. Talk about
does it. Oh, okay, I get it. So, that third bullet point,
Mhm.
just needs
Okay.
for the students.
Mhm.
Then this next part right here, the top there, students
Mhm.
assessed. Yeah. So, what edition of the textbook do you have?
Third.
Is it on this?
Mhm. Mhm. I think it'll be with the listening, speaking, and writing those three.
Listening, speak.
Yeah.
So then, every skill looks
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there's a chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to make sure you give one
Mm-hmm.
of those chapters.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Uh-huh.
Do want to go fix micro
Mm-hmm.
skill. Want to select the micro skills that sound like they make sense.
Okay.
They're not all gonna make sense
Mm-hmm.
as skill is gonna have the that the skill
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure that you go through
Okay. Yes.
it's only gonna be like,
Mm-hmm.
for example, assessment. They
Mm-hmm.
found one micro skill, one mac.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's not gonna
Okay. Okay. Yes.
that's gonna
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then does that make sense?
Mm, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then the next bullet point right here that says find test the score at a macro level.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, so this right here with activity,
Mm-hmm.
but that,
Mm-hmm.
that
Yes. Uh-huh.
so for this here, that
Okay.
several different
Mm-hmm.
tags, we're really assessing success. And so if you with listening, for instance, there's some of the micro and macro skills that you're going to assess. Three, what micro and macro skills really focused on. The same thing happens with reading, writing. Look through those lists. This is a good time for me to reiterate yesterday's email that said, if you're going to be doing writing, you may have to look ahead into assessing writing chapter, looking at it earlier. It's actually assigned reading, some ideas on find how the test is going to be scored. And I should have said the word assessment, we're not test,
But this is at a macro level. So you might say, I'm going to be using checklists, or I'm going to be using a rubric. Neither of those need to really be defined yet. I should say most of that project part 4. But they have a macro one. Say, how do we do that?
Mm.
So, it's bullet point number 2.
Okay. Okay.
I make a suggestion, kind of assessment.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
stuff or test experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggest checklist. Because the thing about the checklist is, you can create items checklist.
Mm-hmm.
For example, a student speaks well. Student is able to answer questions. Those are just example items.
Mm-hmm.
And then next to those items, you can find like above average, bridge, or any variation. Checkbox. So as you're observing, you just quickly check the box next to the next level. Because that way you can observe them quickly, assess what they're doing
Mm-hmm.
without having to take your focus away from them to do something.
Okay.
That's why a checklist is really good at observing something
Mm.
such as
Yes.
rubrics are more for things like writing assignments. Because you have the writing assignment in front of you. You don't have to sit there and focus on something that's not a discussion or something.
Mm-hmm.
You have turn papers. That's why a rubric works for that. Just compare it to what the student had.
Mm-hmm.
But students are top. It's something that's happening to focus because it's not paper. But top to your
Okay.
checklist. But that's why I suggest checklist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then this last part right here, how, if results. So do you, this is washback.
That part, yes, okay.
So do you plan on discussing the results?
Mm,
Something with the results?
I think I might.
Something
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then, really quick, I'll explain this next part
Mhm.
to you for two.
Mhm.
It's got those two points.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, okay.
for number two, the first bullet point says, visual assessment. Well, this is where assessment
Okay.
goes. Functions. Okay, you are a customer. Shoes. Plastic. Store for you. Shoe. Size.
Mm. Mhm.
Second bullet point, student instructions for the assessment. For this part right here, you want the instructions. Type the instructions exactly as they would appear in text. For example, don't type it like this. I will have the students perform. Well, don't do it like that. Because when the students are reading the instructions, that's not what they're going to read.
Mhm.
So you got to type this part exactly in the same way that's going to appear on the assessment. In other words, directions to students. For example, in this assessment, you will participate in learning.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Gotta end this for today.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Yes, thank you.